I was worshiping in a great cathedral in Chicago, Illinois, and the worship opened with magnificent organ and flutes and strings, and down the center aisle came 5 or 6 women and girls dancing. They called it a liturgical dance. I don't know if you've had a chance to see a liturgical dance, but when done appropriately, it can be beautiful. It can be an addition to worship. I don't know that that's what David did when he danced before the Ark of the Lord. I suspect there was a lot more spontaneity to it than the choreographed movements of the liturgical dancers that I saw in the cathedral in Chicago. But the intent is surely the same, to pray to God with one's body. If you've ever been to a church that emphasizes the presence of the Holy Spirit, you'll very often see people raising their hands. It's worshiping God and being in prayer with the body. In fact, at St. Mark, if you look around occasionally, you'll see people, particularly at our contemporary worship services, raising their hands in prayer. Our traditional worshipers do a little dance, you might say, when the cross comes down the center aisle, and we turn and face the cross in reverence, and then we turn and face the altar as it goes by. I like to think that we do a liturgical dance when we greet one another, whether it's the formal greeting or the sharing of the peace, or just a little bit of heavenly chaos in worship or in the gathering space. Because isn't it true that when we welcome one another, when we welcome the stranger, we in fact are extending our worship. Worship is about the presence of God. And when we welcome others, we extend that presence to them through our own bodies. What a gift David gives us. And I think White does a good job with it. There are a lot of things about David that we question. We don't question the rejoicing or the reverence of his dance before the ark as it entered Jerusalem. I hope you enjoy the reading.